Hi, my name is Sarai, and today I'm going to be talking about government. The objective of this assignment is to tell a story in form of visual data to audience. The data to be used in this case is the U.S. Census Bureau, and the audience is the business people, of course. So I'm going to be looking at the PowerPoint along with you guys, and let's just get started. Presentation will include visual display of how population have increased since the U.S. independence, U.S. population composition of natives and immigrants, the general disparity between male and female population, and lastly, health conditions of the U.S. population as distributed with the age, quote-unquote, census.org 2020. The audience of this data storytelling is the government. The graph for the U.S. Census Bureau projection is showing an incredible job on the rise of population from 1707 to 2020, 1777 to 2020. And in 1777, the graph, as you scroll from down moving upward, the population is around 2.5 million. The x-axis shows number of years in difference of 50 years. Similarly, the y-axis shows rise in the population at 50 million. Of every half decade. As shown in the graph, the population growth is always rising, as shown by the curve. And of course, you do not need to be a math genius to see that population increases every census. To the date of the population, America is standing at a really high 1,000%, and therefore the government can be easily understand the census data more easily when visually presented than, of course, in wording. The government can easily plan it for its people. Moving on to the pie chart. It shows the composition of the U.S. population. America is among countries that experience high rate of immigration cases. However, the pie chart of the U.S. native occupy the largest portion of the population, as you can see down here, presented by 65%. Remaining 25% is for the non-Americans, who moves to America from different motives. And some of the immigrants are there to work, others are students, while others are, tourists or for, permanent residents. And UK here, you can see that percentage right there, has the highest number of immigrants, followed by Canada, Australia, and of course other countries that takes the least percentage. And this data basically would just be too large, complicated, presented in Word, although if presented in visual, make it simpler to understand for the U.S. government to lay down measures to ensure lawful immigration and curb all unlawful immigration. Okay, comparison between male and female population. This table shows the total population of the U.S. and how this population is contributed by both female and male. From the figures in the table, as we see here, female population is the leading, having a total of 50.6%, with that high amount of number, and the remaining population for the male gender is 49.4%. This presentation can be understood by anybody, whether a math expert or not. First, the figures are presented in the table, which figures for both male and female populated equated correctly with the percentage, quote-unquote, census.org. From the tablet, it can be easily extracted that female population exceeded that of the male population. So, when this information is given to the government, can be able to allocate resource. Also, schools can be able to admit students in the manner that both female and male ration is rational. Okay, health condition of U.S. population distributed with age. This bar chart shows the U.S. population patients between male and female. At all age. Between 0 to 5 years, more male are prone to diseases than female. Between 5 to 10 years, men are still more prone to diseases than female. But overall, the whole population in the bar graph shows that male gender are the most prone to diseases, with a total of 15,302 males out of 29,095 patients. And the rest are shown by 13,793 for the female. And here, the government, being the audience of my data story telling the government can increase healthcare services to cater for male gender, of course. And lastly, for my conclusion, the presentation above is clear demonstration of visual display of complex data. For the government, it will be very difficult to extract such information like this in a long wording documents. For instance, the graphical presentation of population growth since 1777 to 2020 would be super long. However, when this is presented using graphs, it becomes, easy to see the trend of population, growth. Secondly, government is always concerned with how population between male and female grows, so as to allocate resources and opportunities equally. And lastly, ensuring the health of the population is every, government's goal. The visual presentation of this information helps the government to easily know which gender is prone to disease and at what age, for sure. Through this, the government can easily establish ways to offer health services to the most affected people. And that's my presentation. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.